Hello friends, thank you for joining me for my Friday tip video. So today's tip is all about how to store paper, how to store cardstock, and how to store DSP. This is my method and it works really well for me. It might not work for everybody, but for me it's been working very well, and this is the way I've been doing it for several years now. And I don't have all those fancy cabinets and stuff, so nor do I have that kind of space. So this has always worked for me. So for the designer series paper, the 6x6 pack, I'll open it up and I'll keep it in the little plastic shrink wrap that it comes in. And then I just put them in my box with all the other 6x6 DSP. Again, I don't have a fancy box. It was just some box that I had laying around my house, so I repurposed it. And then when I have scraps left over, I just slip them right in the front so that I know if I'm looking for a small piece of something, I'll just grab one of these first. The other thing, so for the, and here, let's just do the DSP since that's what we're working on, right? So now I have the 12x12, same thing. I keep it in the shrink wrap. So then I could refer back to the colors that are shown in the designer paper. And again, when I have my scraps, I just put them in the front. So I always go to those first. Now for the cardstock, I do the same thing. Boy, this is sounding boring, right? But honestly, this has worked for me. I don't like to store them like this. To me, that might make them bend. So I like to keep them all flat. So, and for my cardstock, I have these little plastic sleeves, and I'll put my scraps in here. Now, you might be saying, okay, where did you buy those sleeves? Actually, I didn't buy these sleeves. These sleeves are ones that you get with your dies. So when you get your dies, it comes with this outer plastic shrink wrap, cellophane rather, not shrink wrap. And what I do is I'll put this in my paper trimmer, just cut off the sticky part, and then I have an opening here, and it's perfect. So the dies and also the embossing folders are another one that I use for the colored cardstock. And then if the piece is too wide, like this is actually a card base, I can't fit it in there, so that just stays in the front behind that plastic pocket. Same thing, you know, with these. So then I have my 12x12 paper. Now I did invest, and I think I don't remember if I bought these on Amazon. I want to say that I did get these on Amazon. They're sleeves. They're open on top. They have a little file thing here, which, okay, I'm going to be honest, I'm lazy. I don't like putting anything up there, so I don't. So what I did is I just took them out of the shrink wrap. This is the Brights 12x12 cardstock. And the reason I do that is I don't use all these colors that often. So the colors that I do use often, I will keep them in my shrink wrap, such as these. For the others, for the Brights, I do the same concept. So these I took out of the shrink wrap. I did write on the front of this file pocket what's inside, so that I can refer back to what's inside. But the same concept I do. You know, I have these little pockets. Again, it's just cut from these. I'm repurposing. And then for little pieces like this, which I don't have that many of, I'll just keep them in a Ziploc bag. So I hope that helps you with organizing some of the craziness in your life. It has helped me quite a bit. And, you know, for now, this is the way that it's working for me. So we'll see in the future if I need to change that at all. So friends, let me know what your thoughts are. And maybe you've got some better organization skills than I do. I know years and years and years ago, I mean, we're talking like 25 years when I was working at corporate America, I used to be so organized. Now I feel like I'm a hot mess and everything's all over the place. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and commenting on my video. And thank you so much for being a subscriber. I appreciate you. Until our next video, have a great day. Bye-bye.